Hi, my name is Liel Maala. I'm from the Philippines, and I'm a student in the Masters of Arts in Religious Education program here in BYU. Yesterday, 3 a.m. Philippines time, I passed my thesis defense. So yes, I will graduate this coming April commencement. About 3 years ago, in 2018, me and my wife had the impression that it was time to seek for higher education. And so the program I chose was the Masters of Arts in Religious Education because I work for seminaries and institutes. And we believe that our youth here has so much potential, and we would like to learn more and bring back those learnings so that we could help elevate the quality of religious instruction in the country. However, we faced a lot of obstacles. First, that the program was not open to international employees of seminaries and institutes. And second, of course, finances. However, with much prayer and fasting, the Lord has opened doors and helped us overcome two of those major obstacles. For the admission, with much effort and persistence, I was able to gain admission and became the very first international student in this program. For finances, we tried the best we could. We have also set aside significant amount of money. However, that was not enough to cover all the costs of grad school. And the Lord helped us. BYU's Department of Religious Education was able to provide us with a generous full tuition scholarship. And for housing, which we know is very expensive, way back 5 years ago when we were working in the MTC in Manila, our friends there who served a mission as the MTC nurse, Anne and Howard Eves, offered to let us stay in their basement apartment in Springville virtually at no cost. And so that has been really the greatest adventure of our lives thus far. One of my favorite things about being in grad school is to meet excellent professors. One that I would like to highlight is Dr. J.B. Hawes, who teaches in the religion department. What I really like about him was that he is a Christ-like leader, and he truly cared and is genuinely interested about me and my family. One time, they invited us over to teach their family a famous Filipino recipe called adobo. And that ended up becoming one of their family's favorite dishes as well. Brother Hawes became my boss for a short time as I worked as his RA. And he assigned me a project for the semester that I worked with him. And so I really worked hard on that project, but it was short because it was only a semester. However, when he published his book on that project, he was so kind to include me in the acknowledgement page. He was truly a mentor and friend. Another one that I would like to highlight is Dr. Chris Blythe, who I also worked for as a research assistant in the Maxwell Institute. And I helped him publish or prepare for publishing his book, Terrible Revolutions. He also was so kind enough to put me in the acknowledgements page of that book. My own research for my thesis or my project is on the doctrine of making your calling and election sure in the Book of Mormon. And I'm really excited about that because I learned so much, and I look forward to publishing it in BYU Studies, hopefully in the future. One person that inspires me is President Astrid Tuminez of Utah Valley University. She is a Filipina, and she's from very humble beginnings in an island called Iloilo here in the Philippines. That's where I served my mission to. Despite poverty, she pursued her dreams, ended up in BYU, and eventually graduated from Harvard and worked for Microsoft, and now she's a president of Utah Valley University. Her story really proves to me that nothing is impossible. With God's help and with persistence, grit, and hard work, we can achieve whatever we set our hearts to achieve. Another person that really inspires me is my wife. She's taking this video right now, and without her help, our journey would not have been possible. She and my kids inspire me to be a better husband and father, and also a better religious educator and a better student. Prior to graduation for this master's program, the church history department hired me as the very first area manager for church history in the Philippines and Asia areas. And so in November 2020, we moved back to the Philippines after 2 years and a half of staying in Utah. And so here I am enjoying my new path, my new career path, collecting, preserving, and sharing the history of the church as it unfolds here in the Philippines and in Asia. So this is my story. I really love BYU, and go Cougs!